Florida Republican Party Chairman Jim Greer was one of the harshest critics of President Obama's decision to make a back-to-school speech to the nation's school children tomorrow. He said, as the father of 4 children, I am absolutely appalled that taxpayer dollars are being used to spread President Obama's socialist ideology. Well, now that the White House has released the text, what does he think now? Well, he's live from Tallahassee to tell us. Chairman Greer, thank you for joining us here in the Situation Room. You've had a chance to see the president's text here. Have you changed your mind?
Well, I haven't changed my mind that I was very concerned as a parent last week when the White House was writing lesson plans and telling teachers what they should say to students before the president's speech and what they should say afterwards. And then when the White House said they weren't going to release the text, that concerned me. But now today that they have released the text, and I've read it, it's an upbeat speech, but is it the one the president was always going to give? You know, the White House should not have been involved in writing lesson plans.
So you suspect that this isn't really the speech that he was going to give?
No, because clearly last week there was a plan with the Department of Education. When you ask students to write a letter to the president of how we can help you with your new ideas, Mr. President, that is leading the students in an effort to push the president's agenda. Now that the White House got their hand in the cookie jar caught, they changed everything, they redid the lesson plans, they released the text, and tomorrow he's going to give a speech that every president should have an opportunity to give. This was never about the president speaking to children about the importance of education. It was about the White House writing lesson plans.
They did change the lesson plan, but you have no information that the White House actually changed the text of the speech. You don't have any inside knowledge of that.
No, I don't, but I would anticipate, based on this president being so vocal and so aggressive about his vision of America, where government is in every aspect of our lives, I believe that the speech that he was going to give, based on the lesson plans, is different. And you know, Suzanne, we have Barack Obama, the auto king. We have Barack Obama, the banker, soon to be Barack Obama, the doctor. We don't need Barack Obama, the school teacher. And the White House should have stayed out of the classrooms.
Why are you so suspicious of the president's intentions?
Well, the president is very aggressive and very vocal on what he believes government's role is. Government should be involved in solving all of our challenges. Government should be involved in our lives in every aspect. And there's no doubt that this president is a great communicator. What he communicates I don't agree with, and it's not the Republican Party's philosophy of governing, but I believe that the White House was developing clearly, in conjunction with the Department of Education, lesson plans that would have teachers lead students in a direction that ultimately, at the end of the day, would have involved his public policy issues.
I want to read just very quickly part of the speech. He says, I'm working hard to fix up your classrooms, get you the books, equipment, computers you need to learn, but you've got to do your part too. So I expect you to get serious this year. I expect you to put your best effort into everything you do. I expect great things from each of you. So don't let us down. Don't let your family or your country down or yourself down. Make us all proud. I know you can do it. Is there anything in his speech that is socialist ideology that you had complained about before? Have you seen anything like that in this speech?
No, and I think we need to stay focused. The text that was released today, Suzanne, is a speech that every president, whether it's Democrat or Republican, should give to students about the importance of education. There's nothing wrong with it. It's never been about the president talking to them. It's been about the president and the White House trying to circumvent parents in this country and go directly to students without even making parents aware that there were lesson plans out there encouraging teachers to have students write letters of how we can help the president. That was just wrong.
Okay, here's how a member of your own party put it. Former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, said yesterday. Take a listen.
It is good to have the President of the United States say to young people across America, stay in school, study, and do your homework. It's good for you and it's good for America.
So,
with Newt Gingrich?
Excuse me?
Do you agree with what he said, Newt Gingrich?
Absolutely. There is nothing wrong, as I've said since day one, with the President of the United States talking to students on the first day of school, encouraging them to stay in school. I agree with Speaker Gingrich. There's nothing wrong with the President doing that. It's the problem started last week when the White House got involved. Instead of focusing on the economy and finding jobs for Americans, the White House was writing lesson plans for our teachers across this country, and that was wrong, and that's what brought us here today.
I've got to leave it there, but real quick here, are you going to send your children to see the speech tomorrow to school?
I am. My children have been taught to have the highest respect for the presidency and this president and all presidents. So after reading the text, seeing the Department of Education have told teachers they are not to lead students in the direction that they would have a week ago, my kids will be watching the president's speech, as I hope all kids will. I don't advocate children not watching this president's speech with this text. Now, who knows what last week's speech might have looked like, but tomorrow my kids will be listening to the president.
Okay, Jim Greer, Chairman of the Republican Party of Florida, thank you so much for joining us here in the Situation Room.
Thank you.